I'm feeling my fancy tickled because who's in the house?
Mr. Ken Murdoch.
Hello, Ken.
Hello, girls.
Welcome.
Hiya, Ken.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Oh, just lovely
Lovely
to have you here.
you.
Now, I cannot believe that this album has been released and Rob Teichelman, one of your biggest followers and fans, is out there running amok. He wants to win the album.
Well, we brought in a couple to give away, a couple of the remasters album, and maybe Rock is Dead, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Rock is never dead when you're in the house.
No, but if you look at the cover, they didn't write is big enough, so it looks like Rock Dead.
Rock Dead?
That's our nickname for it, the Rock Dead album.
Rock Dead?
So
Give us a look
dead.
at that. Let me have a look at that.
Well, actually, that leads me to a really important question, Ken.
Yes.
Why is it that Rock is dead when it clearly isn't? Like,
No,
when
but-
you guys get on stage, it's
Well, when we wrote this song was when Australian Idol was really big.
Oh, so you're going on there soon, are you?
Yeah.
Through the next round.
Yeah. We probably wouldn't get through. And
Got too much talent.
Yeah, that's right. We can sing and shoot.
Yeah.
So that's what it was about. It was about
okay.
Rock is Dead because it died last night on your TV, referring to the debacle that all those shows are.
Yes, I had a feeling. I did look at the lyrics, but I wanted you to explain because I thought you'd be able to do that.
No, that's
better.
right. I saw a comedian say yesterday, the people that win X Factor should realise that on the finals, that's a big performance for them because it will be their last.
Absolutely.
It's kind of the truth.
Oh, no, they might be at Westfield Shopping Centre.
Well, that's true,
or,
but not very long. I did see a lot of CDs of the last winner stocked up at the Big W counter. They're not selling too well.
I got Aldi and Child's greatest hits for 99 cents.
at the petrol station.
I did. Now, Ken, back in 1975, glam rock, they called it. I don't know that you were glam rock fused taste, fused with, I don't know. I read that it was something like the cross between Queen and Sweet.
Yeah.
Would you say that was a fair analogy?
I think we had harmonies. So I think that's where the Queen and the Sweet thing came from. But everyone dressed like that in those days, but except probably AC/DC. Probably a wise move to have followed them, but still. But, we all dressed up in our girlfriend's clothes. It was an easy way to get clothes if we didn't have much money. So
love the hair.
Larissa probably lent me a couple of outfits.
Larissa did, didn't she? She had some awesome stuff going on.
Michael was wearing culottes, I remember at one stage.
I love culottes.
Yeah,
I've just bought some
perhaps not on
culottes.
Michael.
Come on. Do you want to borrow mine?
No, those days are gone. Knee-high boots.
You're one of the hardest working musicians in Australia, I reckon, and you've had residencies that have gone for years. Has that been possible? Because it's a really tough... The industry's dried up a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just my glasses coming off. Ka-chang.
I don't know why I've been lucky. It's just at the right place at the right time.
Can I rephrase?
Yeah.
There's no luck when it's talent.
Well.
Luck is Tats Lotto.
Yeah, that's true.
So I want to take it back because you're pure
Well, I
talent.
do the work. I do the hard work. But I've also got a very good manager over there.
She's pretty damn gorgeous, isn't she? She's pretending she's not in the house.
Yeah.
Can we say hello?
Yeah, go and say hello.
Say hello.
It's my wife, Vicky. She looks after my career. But now I'm doing mainly corporate stuff now. I cancelled. We decided last year not to take any more public gigs because they're not worth it, and you're getting bossed around by 19-year-old managers, and I just don't want to do it anymore. So, I've just got back from Perth and Sydney, so it's been good. It's still going well. It's
What
the
did
best
you
year
over
yet.
in Perth? You were gigging over
We
there?
were there. Yeah, we were there. Oh, I was there the week before you went.
Yeah,
We missed
good
you.
timing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, if I had have stayed, you would have been sick.
Rock and roll dream.
Yeah.
She's there 24 hours and taken out of our room in an ambulance. So I put all the tablets around her and did a photo, but I turned the Imodium box over the other way so it looked like hardcore drugs.
Very kind, very kind.
So you were gigging in Perth when you were there, were you?
Yeah, we did BHP. A big company. Yeah. We went there for 25 minutes.
25.
That's me and Marty Fields, the comedian. We got a dueling piano bar show. So they flew us over for 25 minutes, which is a bit... Some people have got too much money.
Can they fly us over for 25 days?
I'll ask them, but they prefer the short visit, apparently. But,
Put the hard work
Get them
on
in,
it.
get them out.
Huh?
Yeah.
For those of you that might have just joined us, you're listening to 88.3 Southern FM, the sounds of the Bayside. This is Wrokdown Radio, and we're so chuffed because we've got Ken Murdoch in the house, and we love Ken Murdoch, a man of many talents. What do you reckon if we get shot if we don't? We better play one of your songs, hadn't we?
Okay.
Better make sure I got the right track. Oh, tickle your fancy?
Oh, they're all on there.
Yeah? I'm going to tickle everyone's fancy with a track from Taste.
Sing it, girls, before we do it.
Oh, tickle my fancy.
Quick, play the CD.
Fancy. Hey, I love that. That takes me back to being young and frivolous.
Yes.
And high-voiced.
High-voiced.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can get that anymore.
You know why, though? You're not wearing high-waisted staggers that are done up with a coat hanger.
And yet, strangely, Susie, in those days, we didn't wear underwear.
Why would you?
So
And to lock and load.
I don't know how we got those notes.
Lock and load it all in. Now, Ken, you started off with, is it Cloud 9?
Yeah.
Tell us about Cloud 9. Was that 1970 while you were still in high school?
No, 74 or 5, yeah, when I was at high school. And then we got into an agency that gave us a bit of work in Italian clubs because the other guys were Italian. And then we started backing artists for a guy called Bill Joseph. So we did people like Lowell Lee and all the older club acts. And then one day he said, John Farnham's coming, or Johnny Farnham then, do you want to do that? So we went and got his charts. I don't know how we got them, but we got them before everyone else. Took them to our guitar teachers, learnt the charts perfectly. He walked in, supposedly handed us the charts that we've never seen before, and we played them very well. And he said then and there, do you want to be my backing band? So,
that is remarkable.
So I left school the next week.
So did you know you wanted to be a musician early? How young?
When the Beatles came out, when I was 8, something like that, yeah.
What, you looked and said, I want a piece of that action?
Yeah. And then my father and mother were kind enough to buy me a guitar and, get me lessons and get me an amp. And then we were away, really has been a career all my life, really.
Yeah.
So we've Cloud9 then, we got a recording contract with another singer, and then the manager, Chris Nolan, said, we're getting rid of the singer and you're going to be the singer, me. And I said, I don't sing. He goes, oh, no, you'll be good. So, oh, okay. And then he said, and we're not keeping the name. And we didn't really care. And we said, well, what are we changing it to? And he said, I've got you an ice cream ad. And the ice cream is called Fancy. So we're going to call it Taste. The band is Taste. The ice cream is Fancy. Write a song about Tiku Fancy. But then the ad didn't come off. But it didn't matter. We changed it. Well, then we became Taste and had a song.
Now, what would you have been if you weren't a guitar player? Did you have, or it was always, oh, well, you're more than a guitar player because you played amazing keyboard and everything else. What else do you play?
No, keyboards and guitar.
And sing. Is that all? Write songs and tour the world. Would you have imagined being anything else?
No, not really. I don't know what it would have been. I don't know. My dad wanted me to be a lawyer, but I don't think that would have happened. I doubt that very much.
I reckon you would have had the brains.
Might have been working on the trams.
Copyright lawyer. Hey?
Yeah, maybe copyright. Yeah.
Take your case to court, hey?
Yeah, that's true.
Who'd you listen to when you were growing up?
The Beatles. More than anything, the Beatles and the Who. And then Queen came along, which our manager worked for Warner Brothers, or WEA. So he had the Queen albums before Queen were well known. So they became a big influence. And then when they came to Australia, we got to meet them and stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we went out to dinner with them. They were fantastic guys.
Hang on. Backtrack. How'd that happen?
Oh, that's a funny story because we were on tour with the Arts Council and we were in Warrnambool. I don't know if we must have become Taste, I guess. And we're in Warrnambool and we only had a big truck, a 2-ton, 3-ton truck. And our manager said to me, we're going to go to Melbourne and see Queen tonight. I said, we don't have tickets or anything. I'll just ring them up, don't worry. Wow, okay. So we get in this big truck and we drive all the way back to Melbourne with no hope of tickets. And he rang them up and they screamed. They go, oh, Chris, because he looked after them when they came to do Sunbury.
Oh, and Sunbury
he was the only one
good.
that believed in them. Yeah, no one else
Sunbury was a hard time for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we had front row seats at this concert.
Get out!
And then he said, let's go and meet him. And I didn't want to meet him. It was like the Beatles to me. I didn't want to meet him. And he said, come on. We went and met them. And Freddie Mercury, the first thing he said to me was sitting in his chair in front of the mirror and he said, do you believe it, my effing hairdryer has run out of power? I don't even know him. I go, oh, tragedy, I came here in a truck, buddy.
Monks burning themselves at the stake. Your hair's not right.
Yeah, so they took us out to Maxime's in Toorak. They hired the whole restaurant.
What?
There was like 6 of us.
How old were you then?
18, 17.
Get
18.
out.
I know. You never get photos because you're too cool to get photos. But he did give me some peacocks and signed peacocks. We should give me a peacock. Gave me peacock feathers and autographed it, but my mum threw it out.
Oh, of course. No. But back in those days, we didn't have...
You didn't.
No one had a camera.
No, and you were too
was
cool to say, could we get a...
Because you'd have to put one of those daggy cubes on the top with the flash.
Exactly. And then wait a month.
Smack their eyeballs out of their head.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, that's right.
It's 5:22 in the afternoon. You're listening to 88.3 Southern FM. I'm Susie Pinders with Laryssa Faulkner, and we are so excited because who do we have in the house, Mrs. Faulkner?
Ken Murdoch, none other than.
The one and only. Now, what question could we ask our listeners to post on my Facebook page the answer to win a CD?
Ooh. I know.
Yes.
What was Michael Tortoni's stage name in 76?
Rob Teichmann, do you know that?
Oh,
that's a hard one. Someone's got to know that. Post it on my Facebook page. We're going to play another track. What are we playing next?
Would you like to hear Boys Will Be Boys?
Oh, of course. I've got to...
By the way, these have been remastered. This is the Best of Taste remasters, and they were done by Angus Davison from Creator House, and he's done an incredible job. We had a hard time getting the masters to remaster. At one stage, I wasn't sure we were going to do it, but we found them, and they're just really, really incredibly well done.
Sounds awesome.
That's so good of you to answer Paul's question that he wrote down there for me, and you just beat it to the punch. So did you get that, Paul? Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for answering
well, there you
that.
go, Paul.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Alrighty, so that's track 3 I've got, haven't I? Yes, because I'm too excited here. You're going to listen to track 3. Yeah? Oh, you're still talking, aren't
Sorry,
you?
no, I won't talk
You're too
anymore.
excited. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just trying to prove to Ken, because I couldn't believe it, I was ready to ask him the question that Paul wrote down, and he's just answered it.
Can you just take the scribe and write this next question? What are the Tats Lotto numbers? And see if he can tell us.
It's 10, 14.
9, 14, writing down.
22.
His Boys Will Be Boys taste.
Ted's in trouble with the law again. Aggie wears boots right up to here. Michael's seen at the discotheque. The latest dance becomes his career. The streets are naked with cars. The noise is rough, the smell is bad. And you can laugh if you want, but smile when you say Joey's putting strings through his hair. Kiss the girls and make them cry. When Mick and I have gone out tonight, two stars are raging amongst the sky. The street is covered with girls, just like love, they're ours tonight. So you can hate if you want, but smile when you say boys will be boys. Boys are boys. Young girls are our toys. Oh, they're blasé, always in the way. So Tony's making it overseas, but Chris still shares a room with two. A tear of blood falls from his eye. To make the grade, well, that's the price. So you think you can tell a heaven from hell, my dear. So you can cry if you want, but smile when I say boys will be boys. Boys are boys. Young girls are our toys. Oh, they're blasé, always in the way. Streets are covered in pimps, and like a leech, they suck you dry. So you can die if you want, but smile when I say boys will be boys. Boys are boys. We're sweet, we're cuddly toys, and we're blasé, always in the way.
We have some big news.
We have big news. What's the news? Come on.
You say it.
Come on.
I'm not going to take it away from you.
I'll say it. You've won $28 in Tats Lotto.
Oh,
Rob Tykerman
we have
won the
to share?
CD.
all right.
Rob Tykerman knows Gemini. That's my brother. He's a Gemini.
He's a Gemini.
Doesn't know what he
Michael
wants.
Gemini.
Michael Gemini
That's the
was
answer.
the nickname.
Michael Gemini. Oh, look at him. Even
Well done, Rob Tykerman.
Rob Tykerman. Even Google is letting me down. Buddy, you've won it because you were too smart for that. So, yes, we will get it signed for you. Now, Joey Menter was part of your crew, hey?
Yeah, that's true.
How old was he when he joined?
15.
15?
15, yeah.
How'd you keep him in line? 15.
Well, yeah, it was like having the little brother that you never wanted for a while. But no, we get on very well. But there were moments when he first joined. But like all bands, they have to get to know each other. But he how did he join? He came into we were a 3-piece, Michael, Virgil, Donati and me, and we were kind of looking for another guitarist, and he was in a music shop, and someone had said to him, "You should get this guy." And I said, "Oh, who's this guy?" And he came up and he said, "I'm Joey," and played like crazy. And I went, "Oh, yeah, this guy's all right." And I go, "Can you sing?" And he started singing. He's a great singer. So I said, "Hang on a minute." And we rang up Michael, And I said, Michael, I think I've found the guy. Here he is. And Joey said, hi, I'm Joey, and I'm really good looking. And he said, put Ken back on. He goes, that's the guy. Didn't even have to hear him. Yeah, that's the guy.
So 15, how did that work?
He left school after. That was a Friday. He left school because we rehearsed on the, let's say, Saturday afternoon, played the Moreland Hotel on Saturday night, played Festival Hall with Sweet Sunday and Monday, and on the Wednesday took off for a 3-month tour around Australia with the Arts Council. So he just left school. I don't even think he resigned. He could be still on the books at Faulkner High.
Faulkner High. I know Faulkner High. I'll get down there, engrave my name into the desk or something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a look at my stuff here because you were on Countdown, and what was that like being on Countdown?
Great. We were the first band on Countdown. We were the
first band?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it really annoys us because when they did the Countdown reunion, Molly wanted us on, but one of the powers, MG, he decided he didn't want to because we weren't signed to his label. So, but that's okay. But
no, it's not.
Well, it's not really.
No, it's not.
Because they had a thing on the web, the Countdown site, and they said, who do you want to see? And we were the top voted, but so what do you do?
Some people just don't listen.
Yeah. But we did Countdown a real lot. And we did it with bands like AC/DC and Hush and Sherbet and... Because when I heard you playing AC/DC before, it reminded me of a funny thing. We went to Countdown. We were walking down the hallway to the studio, and Bon is walking the other way, really smiling a lot at me. And that wasn't one of his finer things, smiling. He's really smiling. And I said, what are you happy about? And he said, new teeth. Got new teeth.
Because that's when you look back to the 70s and everyone had shocking teeth.
That's right. So
nobody had good
They must have made
chompers.
some money and he got some new teeth.
New teeth, eh?
Yeah.
What do you remember about Bon?
He was a great guy and a great drinker. That's what I remember more than anything. But I didn't think that they'd like us because we were a bit, like you said, glam, and they were a bit more hardcore rock. But he liked Taste, and so did Jimmy Barnes. So it was they kind of liked the music, I think, and I think that's why Taste is, still got some hardcore fans because the music is good. We could play where a lot of those bands couldn't.
Yeah.
So I think that's why the other musicians that could play liked us. Stars and those guys.
Because you're not, when I think glam rock and I think sweet, I don't think Taste, but you kind of cross over between the two bands, don't you?
I think, in those days you had to have a female following, so they pitched you at that. Yeah. I always thought that we should have been a different pitch. We might have had a different career. We were supposed to go to America when we broke up. We signed with Sire Records which is Madonna's label.
Whoa.
So, Seymour Stein came to the house, heard Nights of Love, and it's all the American magazines had a new band from Australia coming soon, and we'd already broken up. But it was in all the papers. But it was funny over there. So that would have maybe all changed everything. Queen wanted us to tour with them in America, so it would have been good. But bands have a very short lifespan at the best of times.
Why do you reckon you broke up? What was the go?
We changed management. That was the big problem, which we changed because of parents. We were very young, and the other boys, their parents were questioning where the money was going, but the money was going to pay back. We had 2 trucks and 7 Marshall amps. That's where the money was going, and we were getting close to getting out of debt. And then this manager guy, he wasn't a manager. He owned a wine company. So he said to the parents, I'll splash all this money of them. We'll fly everywhere. They'll stay in the best motels. I'll give them a wage. And I knew that we'd signed to America. And I said, this is a very bad time to be doing this, to get rid of the management. But they insisted, so I didn't really have a choice. So we decided to do that. The American thing didn't go through then. Even in Australia, the people were saying, who's this guy? I think he's a wine merchant. He doesn't know anything about music, so everything went downhill. So that was really, because we were going forward all the time, and then when that happened, it all came to a standstill.
Bad timing.
Yeah, it was a pity, but luckily we in 2006 got back together again and did the Rock Is Dead album, and that went really well. We sold 2,000 copies of that. So that was really good.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's a big sale.
I know.
People don't understand, the relativity of Australia and selling music, selling books. I'm an author. I've had a couple of print runs with one of the books that I penned, and people go, "Oh, what? You only sold 12,000 books?" And I'm thinking, in Australia, 15,000 is huge. You know? And
exactly.
people look at it and they don't get the relevance of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, everything's changed so much now that you can sell your albums at gigs, you can sell them online, you can sell them through your website. You can, in the old days when you sold a record, if Taste sold 10,000 records, it went on the charts because they all went through music shops, didn't they? Now our CD was in JB, but I think the majority of the sales were done online. So
and in the old days, they manipulated the charts, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You could buy a bottle of scotch for the DJ, and you might go up a couple of points.
Yeah, you go in.
Yeah, but and of course, you could go and buy your own.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just opening that bottle. Johnny Walker Black that you bought me in.
That's right.
I'm digging that.
It's Taste Week.
You got a little bit of ice for that, hey? 5:35 in the afternoon. You're listening to 88.3 Southern FM. We've got Ken Murdoch in the house, and we are so chuffed. I'm going to play another track. What are we going to play?
Well, I wasn't prepared for this eventuality.
I know.
Group B, track 9.
Groupie.
Yep.
A group E.
No, well, you see, because other bands had Group A girls, Group B girls, Group C. We had Group E. Yeah, we're a bit lower.
Alrighty, here's a little bit of a Group E. Well, that ended very quickly, and I don't know what happened there.
At least Ken knows when the song finishes.
Yeah.
Good thing we were having a bit of a party here. We were doing the Sharpie dance, actually. Ken, my kneecaps are really sore from that. Should have had my platform boots on, hey?
Hey, they're putting out a Sharpie compilation and Tickle Your Fancies on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Well, speaking of that...
What? Why wasn't I told?
Now, who was the lady that wrote the Sharpie book?
Julie Mack.
Yes, Julie Mack. Well, we interviewed Julie Mack a few months ago, and she's written a couple of books about Sharpies, and one of her biggest regrets was that... do you remember her telling the story?
Yeah.
Taste played at, I think it was the ice rink.
Oh, yeah. Ringwood Ice.
And her girlfriend that I don't know how they parted ways, but she didn't go with her, and all you guys were in the fish shop and buying fish and chips, and she was so disappointed, really angry that she missed out on seeing Taste having their fish and chips. So there you go.
Yes, we were rich beyond dreams in those days. We probably had the special flake.
We had newspaper in those days too. Yeah.
There would have been enough chips to share those
What
days.
was going on?
That's right.
Little pickled onion here and there, hey?
You get the little bits that drop off, you could get those. Remember those?
Hey, Rob Tigerman's asking, when are Taste going to play Musicland Melbourne?
Ah.
Well, I was about to ask if there's any gigs coming up.
Yeah. No, there's none. No, we're doing the new album.
Yeah.
And then we'll promote that. So next year.
Next year.
Yeah, next year.
We'll be waiting.
Yeah. But we've got a surprise, haven't we, girls?
We do indeed.
We've got a track off the new album which no one has heard except those of you on Facebook might have heard a little snippet. But later on, we're going to play the full version of "I Am God."
Looking forward to that.
We have God in the house, don't we?
We do indeed.
We are honoured.
Who's it written
Who?
about? Is it written about your good self?
Oh, me? No. It's about God. It's God saying, "I am God." It's saying, you think that I'm here to look after you, but really you're just my toys. You're just I'm not as
You know him well,
benevolent
do
as
you?
think.
You go every Sunday?
Yes. I've prayed to him many times on a Sunday morning. Oh my God, why does my head hurt?
I don't think you meant to say it in that way.
Now, you two have been mates for how many years? A lot of years, haven't you?
Look, too long.
Too long?
Yeah.
Larissa was my babysitter.
So now I was going to ask about. I'd just really like to know who is the most interesting people you've played with, gigged with.
In a band or other people?
Yeah.
Other people, like other artists? Or?
Yeah, who have you supported? Who have you...
Susie Quattro.
There was Susie Quattro, sweet. Status Quo were really good fun.
What?
Oh, that's
They were great guys.
I got my Sharpie coming on when I hear that.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah. No, Francis Rossi told me that because he's got the same Telecaster as me. He used to say to me, walk around with a broom behind your head. This is great radio, isn't it? 'Cause no one can see what I'm doing.
Let's do it.
And he used to do it day in and day out. He swore to keep his back straight.
Oh,
that
that
right?
that is true.
Yeah. But they,
I need to do a bit
Queen
of
were,
that.
as I said, nice guys. Brian May listened to our album the next day and took a copy back with him. That was exciting.
That's amazing.
Johnny Farnham was incredible to work with. Unbelievable. I've seen him get his face really badly scratched and go backstage and swear like a trooper and then go back for the encore like the sweetest guy. Just the
What, is that some chick trying to get a piece of him?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
But really, really nice guy. Unbelievable guy.
And he's touring at the moment, isn't he, with Livy?
Yes.
Yeah. You think he'd
Come
go
back?
for a jog before he did it?
Coming-
A bit of weight.
Yes, he has.
He has.
Been in a good
He's
paddock,
been on a
hasn't
jog.
he?
What did he look like before?
I can't begin to imagine, eh?
Yeah, he does love you, John.
Now, I'm just going to do a quick sponsor break because we've only got 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Can you believe that? Quick sponsor break, and then we'll come back, and you've got something you want to ask, haven't you,
It's
when we
gone
come
way
back?
too quickly.
It has gone way too quickly. You're listening to 88.3 Southern FM, the sounds of the Bayside. I'm putting my 4 eyes on so I can click the right button. Here's a little word from our sponsors, and we'll be back after this break.
What have I got?
Hey, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers for RAD, Recording Artists Against Drunk Driving. That's because I don't want my child hit by one of you stupid drunks out there driving your car. I'm here to remind you that drunk drivers are still a major killer of young adults in this country. So please use your head and save your life and those on the road. Always choose a designated driver, and remember, music lives, you should too.
Music, information, local news, radio drama. All part of the great Southern Sounds of Melbourne, 88.3 Southern FM.
This is the sounds of the Bayside, 88.3 Southern FM.
Rock down, down the memory lane. Rock down, see those guys again.
Lockdown. Okay. Now, what were you going to ask, Mrs. Faulkner? Ken Murdoch is
Well-
in the house for those that have just joined us.
Okay, well, we did find out who you've supported. Now, who have you gigged with?
Yes.
Been on the stage
on
at
the
same
stage
time.
with Cold Chisel was a big night.
I think I've heard of them, yes.
Yeah, they were all right.
They were all
I
right,
think
they-
they'll go all right, those boys.
You think they'll be...
yeah.
Oh, maybe, perhaps they could go on Australia's Got Talent or The Voice.
They'd
or
never
one
get
of-
through ever. They
How would
wouldn't.
you go on Dance with the Stars? Would you be all right on
I,
that?
after Brian Mannix, I don't think anyone could do that.
Man,
That was a shocker. I said to him, "You can't dance." He goes, "That'll be funny, won't it?" And it was.
That's right, it was.
One night at
Who am I?
Bananas, remember Bananas?
I'll just
in-
do a
Yes.
look.
Bananas
Mano.
in St Kilda.
That's my Mano impersonation.
It's like a Thunderbird.
There, people.
It's great radio.
Yeah, really good radio, yeah.
I'm just doing it for you too.
Thanks.
I'm not going to let anyone see me. You three. I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to say Vicky's in the house. She told me not to.
Oh, that's right. No, she's not here.
She's very
Only
closely
two.
monitoring this interview, and
That's
she'll be intervening if there's any questions asked that she doesn't want answered.
That's it. No scratching his face over
That's
there.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, at Bananas, do you remember the night? This is in Texas, in the band Texas.
Yes.
And Chisel had finished playing, and they all came, and one by one they all got up on stage, and so there was like 8 of us, and then one by one we left, and then Cold Chisel played Bananas.
Wow. So they just
Yeah, but
pushed you off
Larissa,
gently,
I got
did they?
paid. Hey?
Oh, that's all right
Don't worry
then.
about that.
That's good.
I took home that $20.
So tell us, you joined Texas. We haven't even got to Texas yet.
No.
Should we get there yet?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Let's tell us about what happened.
Well, Texas, I produced Texas when they were called Fat Daddy, and they used to wear masks, and they followed us, they toured us all over Victoria, and they were incredible guys, because Taste was, I was saying, was a very serious band and very musical, and Texas was just, well, Fat Daddy were wild, really wild western suburb boys that drank a lot and partied, and, you know, I didn't have anyone to do that with, so I used to go out with them. And they always said, join us. I said, oh, you know, I'm in Taste, you know. But then when Taste broke up, they became Texas, and they said, you want to join now? And I was so wound up, this would be a great band to join. And it was. They were an incredible band, really great band, and big crowds. Live-wise, huge crowd. Just couldn't get to the recording, unfortunately. But we were pulling 1,000 people to gigs. So they were a big band.
1,000 people.
Yeah, in Newcastle, everywhere. All Sydney and Melbourne especially, but Adelaide too. But just one of those things that never translated to record sales.
And was Pixie your roadie then too?
Yeah, Pixie was
Pixies,
there, right?
was he?
That was
Yeah,
when he
that's
could
right.
hear.
Pixie Michael. Oh, that's what we've got to plug. Two Pixies doing a gig
Yeah,
for...
Jeff Risk benefit at
Yeah.
Musicland.
Take your earplugs.
Yeah, that's what Joey's playing.
Wear double earplugs.
The little bit of hearing I got left, eh?
Now, Joey's band is great. I heard it. They're really, really great. Great
Yeah.
blues band. Great.
What's this? Someone's telling me, Karen Baker, what are you telling me? She's saying, tell Ken,
Oh, I knew she'd say hi.
I'll contact soon re the Lakeside Reunion. What is the Lakeside Reunion? I don't know what that is.
Some sort of reunion by a lake, I'm guessing. No, I
Didn't get my Taste CD, though. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Can she answer a question and win it?
Yeah, answer a question and win it.
What's Ken's surname? Karen?
Who is the queen of the Sharpie dancers, Karen Baker? If you answer the correct name, Susie Pinder, you have won your CD.
Ken Murdoch's listening, Karen Baker.
Now, Lakeside High, Taste used to play at Lakeside High, so I'm guessing that they're having a reunion. And perhaps they want Taste to reform for it. I don't know. She
that's
mentioned it to me.
Well, yeah, she messaged.
Look at
Okay.
the
Manager's on the line. Manager's
saying
onto
they
it.
couldn't afford it, she
They
said.
couldn't afford you because you're too expensive. Hey, Rolly's in the house. Rolly's up next. Now, we've got an absolute treat for the listeners. We're going to play something. Tell us about what we're about to play.
Okay.
And it's track 6, isn't it?
Yes, track 6.
Good.
All right. Well, we're recording a new album, but it won't be released till next year. We're doing it very slowly, so we're not rushing like we did with Rock is Dead. We had 3 or 4 weeks to record it. This one we're taking, if it takes a year, we'll take a year.
Good. I like that.
Yeah, and this is one of the tracks nearly finished. We're hoping that Virgil Donati is going to join us on drums.
Yes.
So because of technology these days, he lives in America, so we're hoping that he'll record the tracks in America and we'll do it.
That's damn
Yeah.
awesome.
So this is one of the songs that's completed just about. This is called I Am God. This is the one I was talking about.
For those who have just joined, God is himself is in the house, Ken Murdoch.
I am a
Laryssa
mere mortal,
Faulkner and I.
mere mortal.
We are not worthy, and here's the first taste of it. Get it? Taste.
Give me credit when it's due. You found me, but I found you. You uncovered more to me, exactly what I let you see. I'll become your sacred dream. I can make you wanna scream. Question purpose, all you want. Just give me your faith and blood. I am God. I am I am God. From the desert of Naim to the Hindu temples of Angkor, they call me the kingdom come as far as David's Jerusalem. They cry Klondike and paper mills, desire of the everlasting hills. They question motive from above. Give me all your faith and blood. I am God. I am God. I am God. Screaming Turk 1664. I heard the cries of the Persian War. Mugabe's praise from St. Gabriel. They beg me not to go to hell. But I am one despite your race. You don't know me, don't know
my face. Question outcome all you want. Just give me your faith and blood. I am gone. I am gone. I am
Oh, God. I've died and gone to heaven.
That was way
You like
cool.
that?
You are God. I am not worthy.
No, I'm not saying
Get me a
I'm gonna-
backstage
I'm
pass.
writing
I'm
on the
not
ba-
worthy.
I'm writing on behalf of God.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
That has given me an injection of life. What do you say, Mrs.?
Well, I reckon I'd rather listen to that than a bit of a sermon
Ah,
by the other God,
Oh,
just quietly.
that is something else. That
You got
is,
to crank it up, don't you?
Old school, and I'm feeling happy again. It's about time we had an injection of life into the music scene, and that is it.
And we
Thank
can listen to that while we have dinner tonight, Paul. Are you there?
Yeah, that's it. Over
oh yeah,
dinner.
no bootlegging anyone.
We've only got about.
no, that's what. It's not even released yet.
It's not released. No one has heard it. No one.
Oh, okay. I was
I
getting all
barely heard it
excited. But
Yeah, but you know what?
oh well, dinner sometime soon then.
We'll download this show.
Yeah, that's right.
And we can listen to it. We have to stop. Yeah. For those of you who've tuned in, it's 88.3 Southern FM that you're listening to. We've only got about 3 minutes left. Oh no, that's not fair.
Time
is it?
flies when you're having fun, and it's been way fun having you guys
It's
in.
been great
Yeah.
being here. Thank you. Really, really good. And great work, you guys, because you really do support rock music, which no one does.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that there's not a doof to be heard.
Never a doof. No
it's
doof.
just so great. And I listen to you guys all the time. I think you're great. I do.
Yes. See, that's
do.
good. We
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
We do it because we believe in the music. Wrokdown TV, you know, we do that, an all-girl crew. Mick
Yeah.
Peeling's the only guy on there.
Yes.
He does
Yeah, well,
Wrokdown radio
close.
too.
You know, Boys Will Be Boys, the words are, if I can remember them, Ted's in trouble with the law again. That's Ted Mulry.
Yeah.
Aggie's wearing boots right up to here. That's Adrian, someone from a band with Jeff Cox. What was that band called? Avalanche.
Avalanche?
And while Mick and I go out tonight, two stars are raging amongst the skies. Mick
Get
Peeling.
out!
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, Golden Tonsils, there you go. Because he usually listens in, so we got you a plug. Speaking of Golden Tonsils, tomorrow night, Bar 114, Raw Brit, my most favourite band on the earth, who run amok with 60s and 70s rock and roll.
Oh, I love him. Bob Spencer?
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yeah.
Peter Maslin on
No,
drums.
Baldy.
Yeah. So get on down to Bar 114 tomorrow night, because Golden Tonsils, he of the Golden Tonsils, Mick Peeling, I didn't know he was mentioned in that song.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
that's
we were good
amazing.
friends. Well, still are, of course.
Yeah, he's a nice bloke, isn't he?
I remember in Sydney, Taste and Stars staying at the same hotel, and they said, "Would you like to come out for an Indian meal?" In those days, no one had Indian. I go, "Ugh, Indian? I'm going to Macca's." It's true. They're very refined, very sophisticated, those boys.
Ken did the head too. I wish we had filmed that. Well, gorgeous. We've got a minute to go. Larissa, what would you like to say before we kick over
I'd
to
just
Rolling?
like to say it was fantastic having you in again.
was great fun.
Really good fun. And we can't wait till you start gigging. And will you let us know
Oh, of
when you
course.
actually do start gigging?
Yeah.
Not
No.
only just Lakeside reunion
Oh, yeah, that's
You know,
in negotiation at the moment.
or fabulous 60th birthday parties
Yeah, that'd
in
be
2
good.
years.
2 years, you little bag. 2 years. You're not in a minute. God, she's aging herself. She's just trying to get the pension card. That's it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Good
pensioners
idea. Yeah, you
discount?
go on the train.
Mates rates.
We'll give you a discount.
Okay, cool.
By the way, the website for Taste, I just remembered.
Please
Oh,
do.
yes.
www.taste-music.com, and you can buy T-shirts, CDs.
And I've got a
Everything.
Mofo T-shirt here that I'm going
You
to
have
wear.
Crazy Mofo. And that's about. They're nearly sold out. So
Is that right?
Love that. I
Get
love
one
it.
for all the kids in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, yeah, we got some smalls left. Actually.
I'll wear it
Can't
around.
get rid of those smalls. No one I know wears a small.
I'll wear it around Vermont.
Yeah, I expect to see it on Rockdown.
Oh, you will see it on Rockdown. You trust me, you will see it.
Yeah, we've got plenty of gaffer, haven't we?
For my mush, because what I say. Look, Ken, thank you. I'm really honoured. I think the 14-year-old me, who would have thought she was interviewing Ken Murdoch on her radio show, wouldn't have believed it. So thank you.
That's lovely.
It's a real honour to have you in. You're one of the most talented people I know, and I really respect you as a musician. You are awesome. Laryssa, I love your guts. You are so good. We've got to get see you in 2 weeks' time.
Right back at you, yep.
Right back at it. And we've got to go over to Rolly, but thank you so much. Ken
Pleasure,
Murdoch.
girls. Thank you very much.
Let's a little tickle Rolly's fancy. Over to you, Rolly.
See ya.